Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm back with another video. Today's video topic is on long walks and why I would like to advocate them to you. I'm just going to give you a list of some of the benefits of it, as well as my whole process through what I do when I go for those long walks. So, I guess the main benefit, or the biggest one out of all of them, would have to be that it's a form of low impact exercise. It's a very easy way to get started with your fitness journey. If you're someone that hasn't been exercising for a while, you would like to ease into the world of fitness, going for walks, going for long walks, that's a good way to do it because it's something you can maintain over a long period of time, and it's not necessarily high impact. It's not going to cause a lot of pain to your joints, to your knees, all of that stuff. We want to get that, well, we want to minimize that as much as possible because this is the beginning stage of your journey. So going for long walks, going for those brisk walks out in nature, that's perfect. The next benefit would have to be it's a good way of practicing your social skills. So when I go out, I like to do small talk. People walk past, I like to smile, I like to practice putting on a polite face and greeting them. And if it leads into conversation, I then practice some small talk. So see it as a good way to kind of hone your skills also. Don't be afraid to start conversation. Add those little small questions. Just practice that. You'll get better with it over time. That just makes you more comfortable around people as well because you are used to speaking to them, especially on, can I call it, informal terms, because you just met this person. You're probably not going to see that person again unless it's a regular at that certain route that you're walking on. So it's a good way to practice your social skills, like I said, and it's a good form of meditation. I read something, or I obtained some information about Bruce Lee. I don't know if it's exactly true or how true it is, but they said that his way of transport, his form of transport was either walking or going for jogs, going for runs. That was kind of how he navigated his way around wherever he lived. That was also his form of meditation. It's a way to practice mindfulness. It's a way to get you in a meditative state. I mean, you are walking. It's going to get boring, let's be honest. That's when we turn inside. We kind of view things at a different perspective. We start thinking more. We start, the brain just goes off trail, if I can say it in that way. So it's a funny thing that happens when we when we get into this way of repetition. That's kind of what it is. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. It is you doing something so monotonous that your brain gets into the state of meditation where you just start having a conversation with yourself. You just start seeing all the little things in the world. Everything just gets beautiful, if I can say it like that. So it's a good way to practice meditation. I usually just, I take my headphones or I play some music while I'm on my walks. So I do have that kind of vibe set, that initial state of mind that I'm going into, because I know that I go for walks for that meditative purpose. I go on long walks just to clear my mind, just to reset, if I can say it like that. So I'd walk to the nearby forest, walk that path, got my music playing, and then the halfway point, I should say it's the end point, that's kind of like the goal that I want to reach, is where it's the peak of the hill, if I can say it like that. And then normally when I get there, it's always around about sunset time, and I have like 10 minutes to watch the sunset. And then afterwards, I walk home. I walk back home. That's just my whole route. That's what I do. And it's a lovely experience. I do it at least once a week. I try to do it as much as possible, but sometimes it's not going to be time. But it's an easy way to incorporate some exercise, some form of exercise, like I said. So going on those long meditative walks, you get a lot of benefits from it. There's a lot of good in doing that. It's a stress reliever. You're literally walking off your worries. It's a good way. I don't want to say it's a form of escape, but when your mind gets into that state of thinking, it's a good way to kind of face your challenges. Because I remember long walks, if I had a lot on my plate, I'd either go for a jog or walk. I'd end up walking eventually because I jog so far that I'm forced to confront whatever it is I'm running away from, literally and figuratively speaking. Then growth happens because you are facing that problem. You are forced to think, and what your brain does is like you kind of come up with a solution without even thinking. It's so subconscious. That's how it happens. It just randomly pops in your head, and you're like, oh, okay, I can just solve this problem by doing this or doing that. And then you go on thinking with that, that train of thought just carries on, and you end up thinking about something else immediately afterwards. So it's very important. We need to take note of when that happens. When we get those breakthrough moments, I usually just take up my phone and I write it down or type it down. That's what I want to say. I type it down in my notes, and there you go. You got a nugget of information while you were out doing this very simple activity. So I'm going to advocate long walks to all of you guys. I think it's something everybody can do at least once a week. Just a nice stress relieving walk. So stay on your purpose, stay on your grind, be safe out there. Peace, guys.
I'ma be first, bitch. All I do is work, bitch. Party hard, sure, bitch. Then back to the verse, bitch. They gon' need a nurse quick. Put them in a hearse shit. Using every word to get heard by this earth, bitch. Love playing this game. I ain't rapping for the fame. Nah, I rap to make a name. To be heard and make a change, yeah. To be heard and make a change. Yeah, I just wanna make a change.